you're on the run, or just staying home, if you're with some friends, or just all alone, have a cup of coffee or tea, if you please, and listen to me today on Marc Coombs Café. Good?
Yeah.
Hey there, you're listening to Marc Coombs Cafe podcast. I'm your host, Aaron Coombs, and here's my special guest, my brother, the one and only, Marc Coombs. How you doing?
That's about yourself.
Good, good. This is episode 10 of season 2. It's good to be with you.
You do. Thanks.
Just enjoying some orange Gatorade. Not an ad. Alright,
No spawns.
no sponsors. Well, I got a couple things to talk about, but we'll start with you because you're the guest. So,
What was going to be talking about? No, you go ahead.
You go ahead.
Plan to do that. You go ahead.
Oh,
you got the stuff fresh, ready to
You
go. You
fresh,
go ahead.
Fresh. Well, got off work 2 weeks ago, abouts, and went on our first little family trip down to Twilling Gate the other day, not too long ago with the baby. So that was our first road trip together, really, since I got back. So yeah, and I finally updated from my 15-year-old vehicle. I still got my Pontiac 5, but we had a good look around, see what kind of vehicles we wanted for a good family-sized automobile. Again, this is not a sponsor.
You know,
But
Honda, is it sponsored this video?
This is not sponsored by
Okay.
Honda. But we got a nice CRV Sport Black Honda vehicle. And I'll show some pictures of it right here.
Show up. You doing a donut?
What?
Doing a donut.
No. And you might hear some birds right now because
Yeah.
we thought first nice day in a long time without no rain. Might as well have it outside.
Yeah, this is really outside. It's not a green screen. We're actually outside.
Yeah, look, this is
Pretty exciting.
woo. And this lighting is for ghost stories. Ooh. So yeah, we went around dealerships and some vehicles we looked at were really nice and had nice trinkets and stuff, but the car we got is pretty much fully loaded and pretty cool, but it has a lot of space as well. So it's a nice SUV with enough room in the trunk. That was a no-go for many vehicles that I did like the actual outside of it and how it felt, but when you think about having a child and going around everywhere with it, there was like no back seat, no trunk. So yeah, and we went to Twilling Gate, did a nice little walk around the area, and had a little snacky poo. And I won't go on too much because
Okay.
the guest. Yeah, I'm married.
Don't you know say anything about the turkey yet, though?
Oh, the turkey. So yeah.
You don't have to say that. You don't,
My wife and I were like, should we give our child any meat, dairy, or eggs or anything? Well, we can't give dairy right now, but for the first time we were having a meal together, my sister, her baby, and my wife and I and the baby. We had they had turkey sandwiches, and so they gave a little bit of turkey to the baby, and she loved it. I was like, no, because I was trying to give the baby carrot and squash, and she didn't have anything to do with it. But she loves her oatmeal, her multigrain oatmeal, and her rice cereal too. So we're slowly introducing the
Okay.
meal. Yeah,
by the picture, show the picture right now.
right here.
Yeah, she really enjoyed it by the looks of it.
That's okay. I don't force my
Your
beliefs or dietary needs or.
Yeah, she really enjoyed that meat, that turkey.
So when it comes to food or religion or anything, I don't push it on anyone, but you want to be plant-based. You want to be plant-based, yeah, baby. Okay.
So let's get right into sports, I guess. We got a few things to talk about sports.
All right.
I'll start off with the one that you don't follow at all, baseball.
I'll take it.
The Blue Jays are looking pretty good so far. They've had 9 different starters, so the bullpen isn't really there, but they're making up for it with their bats, right? So I think they got a good young lineup. I guess it's a good possibility that they'll make the playoffs again. They sneak in like they did last year. Then we'll go to basketball, I guess, which you're a bit more familiar with.
We just don't watch it.
Yeah, wasn't the
Hard-
best
it's
year for
hard
the
to watch,
Raptors.
yeah.
Wasn't the best year.
My boy
They-
Lowry didn't even play.
They didn't even make it into the play-in. they gave them. It's like an extra chance to try to make it in. You know what I mean?
Where they lost games by just like a point from some games. Was it like almost kind of planned? Just get the bench players going. You think? See what the game
I don't know.
feel
I
will
kind
be?
of feel as though.
Or did they actually try their hardest?
I
don't
feel
think
as
they tried their
though
hardest.
personally, they gave up being competitive a few weeks back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of the starters weren't playing. They had injuries and whatnot, and giving younger guys a lot more.
Yeah.
And at first, they were actually winning games like that, but then towards the end, they were not winning games like that.
Mm.
And it's just interesting setup because let's just mention that Golden State in the West, Golden State and Lakers, who won last year, are playing because LeBron was injured for part of the season and Anthony Davis was injured for a large portion of the season. So the Lakers haven't had the best season, so they had to do a play-in series with Golden State, which might end up being one of the better series in the playoffs this year. Should be interesting. Steph last night sealed the scoring title again. Only the second player over 33 to get it. The first being Michael Jordan at 35.
Speaking of Michael Jordan and LeBron, are you ready for some Space Jam?
I don't know. See, the thing is, I wasn't overly a fan of the first Space Jam. I kind of thought it was kind of poopy.
Poopy.
And pardon my French. But
you can swear. You can say crap.
This Space Jam, this LeBron Space Jam looks awful. It does not. It looks.
Got no. It is no, not no. What am I trying to say?
No Newman.
Newman.
No Bill Murray.
No.
Why do you watch it? Bill Murray and Newman are the good parts of that movie.
Got Don Cheadle though. I think.
I do like John Cheadle.
All right.
So and don't forget the hockey.
We're still in. Well, are Sens in?
No, Sens.
Habs are in.
Sens had a strong second half.
Yeah.
They had a piss poor first half, but the North Division is so poop that
You can say shit.
I like saying poop better. They're so poop that division so poop that they weren't that far. Like they weren't completely out of contention for playoffs only recently, because you got like Toronto and Montreal playing each other starting on Thursday, and Montreal really didn't have that good of a season. They're a sub 500 team, and should be interesting. It's going to be interesting because there's going to be a lot of chirping through social media due to the fact that majority of Newfoundland hockey fans are either Maple Leaf or Habs.
And I like watching hockey, but I find it, well, I don't know if it's fair, but you know the Canadian teams are coming in when there's only Canadian teams playing against Canadian teams, and there's only American playing against Americans, so you're guaranteed a spot, at least, right?
What do you mean by that?
Like, at least two of the Canadian teams are guaranteed a spot into
well,
the actual...
As far as I understand, the first two rounds will be all Canadian teams, and then the third round, then I'm assuming that the Canadian teams will be going down to the States.
And just for our listeners, you might hear like a diaper sound. These are brand new patio furniture. I kept the plastic on for now because it has been raining
now.
lately.
And talking about, seeing we brought up the NBA scoring leader, the scoring leader in the NHL was of course Connor McDavid. And the goal scorer in the Maurice Richard was Austin Matthews.
And in brighter news, what do you think about his mustache?
I actually got some bad news. Then Andrew just told me that Price just let in 2 goals, and he's down playing the AHL tonight.
Oh no!
So he might not be ready. We'll see. See what happens Thursday. And another thing with goaltending is Toronto's not going with Freddie Anderson. They're going with Jack Campbell, who initially started off as their backup goalie, but had that run where he had all those games in a row he won. So it should be interesting to see what goes down. It should be interesting to see if Gallagher and Price are ready for a hat. So hopefully get a good matchup.
Price is 100% ready, or we don't know.
No, well, they're on a conditioning stint. Him and Gallagher down in
a lot of
minor
games
leagues.
have been playing for
The last 11 games. I might be wrong. 11 or 13, something around there. He's been out with injury, with concussion actually. Okay, so is that good for sports? You don't know anything about golf, do you? Cricket.
The mother-in-law loves a good game of golf. And when I went down south, we seen the golf course where there's a motorcycle. 1 second. Where Tiger Woods actually got, I don't know if he was married there or had his honeymoon there, but we went to the actual golf course there. We didn't actually pay for anything.
That's the thing. Where was this to?
I might have to ask the wife. One moment, please.
We can,
Where was Tiger Woods' golf course where he had the honeymoon that we went to? Barbados.
oh, Barbados. I thought you were gonna say like Twilly.
It was down in Twillingate, the trip I went on just then. But
Oh, okay, Barbados. That must have been nice.
Barbados, yeah, I went there twice, and it's home of Riri. So went to her house too. Her childhood.
You were in her house?
Well,
Did she mind?
outside.
Oh, okay. Was she there?
She's like, "Bitch, you gotta have my money."
What are you doing to my house? And okay, so I guess we go into movies.
Movies.
I got stuck with movies
Well,
for 2 months.
before we talk about movies, let's talk about your.
Do we have to talk about my ensemble? I guess we will. This is my mail day today. No, I already had the hat, but I got the 2 shirts and the lounge pants from the last drive-in.
Can I just show the hat really close?
Okay. That's not new. I got that last year, but still.
And it's not sponsored, but we do watch a scattered show
Yeah.
on Shudder and on Joe Bob Briggs.
You missed the last 2 movies were Mandy, which you've seen
I
before.
thought I watched it with you, but apparently I watched it by
Yeah,
myself.
awesome movie. Bit of a trip.
Yeah.
And
It's my favorite.
Dead and Buried was a movie from the early 80s. The main villain, funny enough, was Grandpa Joe from Willy Wonka. This is the last movie he did. He was pretty much dying when he was dying when he did that movie. It was interesting.
He finally got out of the bed too, did he? I can feel my legs, Charlie.
But so yeah, there's been a few episodes of that. It's been a while since I've been on, so just to highlight some of the other movies I watched. Mentioned a couple on that this year. I watched Mother's Day, which was a trauma film. Watched Addition, which is a Japanese horror by Takashi Miike, which Rob Zombie said is the most what's the word he used? The most disturbing horror film he's seen, which is pretty impressive coming from Rob Zombie.
My most disturbing one was the one I watched with you.
Cannibal
man.
Holocaust?
Yeah, because it was real murder of animals and eating them. I was like,
It's a real good family film. You
Yeah.
have a couple slices of pizza, invite your family over.
oh. So that Mother's Day one, did you have your mother around there? Or our
No,
mother?
Mother's Day. I watched. Me and Melissa watched it. That night was Mother's Day, and it was House by the Cemetery, something like that. It's an Italian film.
Speaking of cemetery, I heard from a good source named Mark. They're remaking another time.
Yeah, the thing is, the details are out. The initial report was that they're doing another Pet Cemetery remake, which is interesting. That 2019 was the last one,
Yeah.
which I did enjoy. I'm not usually a big remake fan, but I like that one. Now there's after reading that article, I did read another article where this might be a sequel or it might be a prequel, which would make more sense. Hopefully, they don't do the exact same one for the 3rd time. You know what I mean? Which they actually did with Black Christmas. There's 3 Black Christmases, 2 remakes.
How about Ghostbusters?
And I guess I'll mention some regular cinema stuff. Me and Laura watched Nomadland, which won Best Picture.
Where was I?
You're still on the boat. Frances won Best Picture, and Frances McDormand won Best Actress. It was kind of like cinema realism, where it was like kind of a slow burn, where it's like a very realistic movie about a woman who lives in her van and drives across the Midwest. Pretty good.
Living in a van.
If you're in the mood for that kind of thing.
Do you ever think about living in a van? Like, but step by step.
Cody.
Step by step. Okay.
How about shows? You watching any shows lately?
We could talk about. We watched one together last week. Fried Berry.
That was a movie.
Oh.
But anyways, yeah.
Shows.
Fried Berry was interesting. That was a African movie, and shot original. And another movie we watched completely less driving unrelated as well was Mortal Kombat, which I really enjoyed. Obviously, it was not like Oscar-winning movie, but I really enjoyed it. It's a good throwback, and unlike the first Mortal Kombat movie, it wasn't really family-oriented. It gave us the blood and gore, which I liked. My favorite character was probably Kano, even though Sub-Zero was badass, but Kano was funny.
Speaking of blood and gore, I think the new Venom's supposed to be more
Oh yeah,
gory. Not
the
sure.
trailer of that looks pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson with the hairpiece, his
And-
Carnage.
I think the last one did better than a lot of the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
So that's good. I do love a little bit of Tom Hardy.
Yeah, Tom
A
Hardy's
little bit of
man.
man crush. Speaking about man crushes, today is also anti-homophobia, anti-transphobia, and anti-bi day, May 17th. So just respect everyone for who they are.
Yeah. Well, I guess tomorrow when this is out, it won't be that day anymore. But you can still respect everyone.
Yeah, May 7th. Yeah, I usually get these out on the Monday, but I said it's gonna be a Tuesday. I was busy traveling around Twilly Gate and
Fancy
everything,
man.
and I
Talking
almost
about
didn't
fancy man, you seen
Fancy
Sean
man.
Junder the other day too.
Oh, shh! Don't out him. He wasn't at McDonald's.
What did you get? Quarter pounder.
No, we had fish fillets and nuggets, but we weren't smoking.
How did you know exactly what he had?
Shh! He's gonna listen to this like what?
Yeah.
No, we were pulled out right by you know where you order online on the phone.
Okay.
I don't know how much time this saves, but then you pull up by the pickup. Like it's not drive-through, but I don't know what you call that. I don't know where much McDonald's.
Okay.
I'll eat his fries anyway.
I've
But
never
yeah, we
used
pull
that.
up there and he's there. I was like, "That's Yama." She's like, "We should go up." I was like, "No, COVID, and all that." So like that was the second time I've seen. Well, I seen him in theater, but in person, like
Oh, okay.
not at a show. And another time we went to the gathering in Burlington, and he was the main host. So we're like, oh cool, we got to see him, and we saw him like drive around and side by side picking people up, bringing them to the show and everything. This was years ago, and I had there's no cell service. I had walkie-talkies, and Laura's like, why do you got them? We don't need them. But we're out camping, so we had Laura's friends, and I gave him one of the radios, and I called him up and said, hello. And he's like, who's this? I was like, it's Aaron. Is this who? My friend's name. And Sarah's like, no boy, Sean. So I guess they had the same
Frequency.
Yeah, I was like, oh, well, hello there.
It's pretty cool.
So I do have a picture of him as well. I'll show you from years ago, and I'll show you the bobblehead I got of him. All right.
It's pretty cool.
So all those celebrities I've seen. So I've seen Diddley.
I can't remember his name. You got me ruined too. How to be deadly.
Had to be Diddley.
Oh shit.
Dunphy.
Donnie
Dunphy.
Oh man,
It
brain
takes so
fart.
long.
Super brain
We're
fart.
right on the Gatorade today, bud.
Too much Gatorade.
And I seen Russell Crowe and Alan Doyle, and I seen who's the Republic Doyle guy. I seen him.
Alan Doyle, have you been listening to any new music lately?
Of his or anything?
Any music in general? We'll go right into the music
We'll
segue.
go right to Justin Bieber and
No, you
DJ
Can't
Khaled.
we still be talking about Justin
Another
Bieber?
one.
Still can't be talking about Justin Bieber like
What, he
8
got-
months later.
No. He's on the new Cali
Oh,
album.
DJ Khaled album.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, you can talk about the music.
I can talk about. Okay.
Talk about-
I'm not gonna say anything. I'll be good. New albums I've listened to. The new Black Keys. It's pretty cool. It's like their take on Mississippi blues, kind of like a throwback to their older stuff.
I was gonna say I heard two of them sound kind of like
Very bluesy.
country
Mississippi
bluesy.
blues.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say country at all, but that's fine.
like grassy, like grassy country. Not like
and,
truck country.
New Weezer is fun. Van Weezer. It's more like
I don't think I actually listened to it.
it's really good.
I
It's
just-
it's interesting. It's a good album.
You said it was 20 years ago they had the Green album?
It was literally 2 days ago. It was the 20th anniversary of the Green album. Yeah,
Good album.
awesome album. And another album I listened to recently was the new Dropkick Murphys.
Dropkick Murphys, and they're not from Newfoundland.
Yeah. Funny story, Aaron. We're watching the live concert on St. Patrick's Day, and Aaron asked why he was wearing a Boston jersey.
What's he got
And I
to
was
do
like,
that?
Aaron, they're from Boston. He's like, why are they playing Newfoundland music? I'm like, Aaron, that's Irish music, and Boston's very Irish.
I'll just have another beer.
But yeah, that's a cool album as well.
Yeah. Advice. And music-wise, I bought a vinyl. Tom, or is it Roy Payne? So Goofy Noofy.
Oh, okay.
So-
I recently purchased the last two B.A. Johnson vinyls. I've been spinning those a bit lately. They're awesome.
And he's been upset lately because recently the Greyhound bus has shut down
Yeah.
all of Canada.
He has a sign with the Greyhound and everything. He used to, before he got his license, that's how he used to get through Canada. A lot of people, I've seen an article actually, not a lot of people, but there was an article talking about how he's the new Stomping Tom of our generation. Big fan.
All right. And we'll take a commercial break. Brought to you by Cardio Coombs Cafe pint glasses. So you can go visit cardiocoomscafe.ca and look through our merchandise or our coffee. You can ask about our free samples. Just email us at aaroncoombs@cardiocoomscafe.ca. If you have any questions about our merchandise or coffee, let us know.
Have we end with the commercial? We'll end with the commercial.
End with the
I'm starting to
commercial
get
as
chilly
well?
now.
Oh,
I don't have the Cardio Coombs sweater on. See.
you have it indoors?
Actually, I have the B.A. Johnson sweater indoors.
Oh.
I should have wore the Cardio Coombs. Anyways, next time, if you hopefully I'll be able to grace your presence again in your podcast.
So yeah, we talked about my new car, which I'll show another picture of. Ooh, how do you feel? It was a comfortable ride.
It's a nice whip.
Nice whip. The new whip.
New whip.
And Kalani got a new whip. I'll show you that. All right, her new red sweet ride. And yeah. And we went around Twillingate, like I said, and we're planning on doing another family trip for I guess it's May 24. Is it coming up?
Yep.
And hopefully it doesn't snow. It's supposed to be good this Thursday, but it's supposed to rain.
That's this weekend. I'm working,
Saturday.
unfortunately.
Yeah, we're.
How about we do it next weekend and pretend it's May 2? We'll do another trip next week and
That'll be
pretend it's
my last weekend before the boat.
May 24 part 2.
My big event after that would be dentist. All right. But yeah, so yeah, we talked about sports, movies, shows. The only shows I've been watching lately are what? Whatever's on PVR.
I watched the new season of Creep Show. It was pretty good.
Is it anything like Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Kind of, because it's kind of. I guess I'm Afraid of the Dark is kind of anthology horror, so kind of the way it is. It's based loosely on the Creep Show film series.
Did you find Are You Afraid of the Dark or Goosebumps better growing up?
I was actually let down by the Goosebumps TV series. I was a big fan of the books, and I thought the TV series was subpar. Are You Afraid of the Dark was much better.
How about the Jack Black movie?
I don't think I finished that with you. I think I bounced like halfway through and came back after it was done or
There's
something.
a beginning, an end, and a twist.
A twist.
So yeah, some people say you even look like Jack Black or Zach Galifianakis. Do anybody else see that? The flies are coming out. They're loving our new light. And you're saying you're getting a bit nipply.
A bit nipply at now.
So, anything else you wish to talk about before?
No, I think we're
this
good.
evening.
I think that was what I was trying to just clue it up. Was basically what I was trying to do.
Always trying to clue this up. All right. So again, guys, thank you for tuning on in. And until next time, stay tuned, stay happy, and stay healthy. Bye for now.
Bye for now.